بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. This is Fahad Al-Shihri. Our book for today, this English class, Traveler 2. Our module number 4, lesson D, Way of Life. This is the name of the lesson. We have grammar for today, page number 55. These are our objectives and our goals for today. Number 1, talk about imaginary situations. So something that is not real or not true. Number 2, make wishes. When you want something, when you desire something. But before that, I just want to cover something that we hadn't much time last class. Discussion. It's about discussion. We didn't have time last class, so now I will just cover it. So discuss. Would you like to visit Alaska? If yes, why? If no, why not? In my opinion, of course, I would like to go there because it's one of the best places for wildlife. You can see it here from the picture. All of these pictures for Alaska state. Spotting, and it has breathtaking natural landscapes, as you can see here in these two pictures. Now we'll go back to our lesson for today. Our lesson today, it's about conditional sentences. So what is a conditional sentence? Think about this one, because we already had this one before. We had type 1, and today we will take type 2. A conditional sentence is a sentence that expresses a condition, that there is something and it expresses this condition. A condition is something that can only happen if. So focus on, concentrate on if something else occurs or something else happens. So it's two parts. It's a condition or conditional parts. If something happens or something you ask for, then the other thing will happen. It's like a result. Note, if sentences consist, the if sentences, this conditional sentence, we call it if sentence, consists of two clauses or two parts, and we can call it two sentences. The if part, if clause, this part is independent. It can't stand by itself. The other one, or the other part, where you can use words like can, will, may, might, could, and would, we call this main clause, the main part. This one is dependent, so it can stand by itself. As you can see here, we have two examples, one about the first or the type 1, and the second one, it's about type 2. So here, the if part, you can see it here, like if I study. It can't stand alone, so you can't say like if I study and stop. But on the other hand, you can say I will pass. I will pass. For the second one, it's the same. If I studied, it can't stand alone. But if you say like I would pass, this could be a sentence. The first one, we will just take a quick review about the first type, which you had in module 2, page number 23. So the rule or the form of this type, it's if plus subject plus present tense, verb 1 and present, and the main clause, will as for the future, can and may as modal verb, and when we use must as imperative, like to ask someone to do something, plus the base verb. The base verb, it's the verb number 1, it's the present verb. So look at this example. If I go to London, I will see the big bin. He was thinking about it if I. So he's not sure about it. It starts with if, as you can see here, and then I, and then go in present tense, then continue the sentence, comma, I will see. So he's talking about something in future, and then the result. We use conditional sentences, type 1, this one, 4. This is the reason behind why we're using this one. For something which is possible to happen in the present or future. So there is a percentage that this thing or this sentence will happen or this action will happen. Now at this time, present time, or in future, like after 2 days, 1 month, and etc. These, you will see some examples, like if I go to London, this one, like the previous example, I will see the big bin, as you can see here from the picture. If you go to London, you must look right before crossing a street. So this one is imperative because it uses must. This one is type 1, something it could happen in present or in future. This is our lesson for today. This is the new one. It's about type 2, module 4, page 55. So the rule of this one, or the form, if clause, it consists of if plus subject, who doing the thing, and then past symbol. The main clause would or could, plus the base verb. The base verb, it's the present verb in present tense. For example here, if I were an astronaut, I would travel in a spaceship. Astronaut, it's like this one, in this suit, the person who go into the space. So let's take the reason behind using this type. We use conditional sentences type 2 for a real or imaginary situation. So something that is not real, which are unlikely to happen in the present or the future. So mostly it will not happen in present or in future. We use type number 2. So take a look. Let's have some examples. If I were an astronaut, I would travel in a spaceship, as you can see from the picture. It's something not real. And here we used were, the past tense. If I traveled in a spaceship, I would go to Mars. Here it's about the past tense, the verb in past tense. And then use would, I would go to Mars. There is a comma between two clauses or two parts. If I went to Mars, I would meet a Martian, the one who lives in the Mars planet. And Mars is a planet like the Earth. It's another planet. And he was talking with him, nice to meet you, and shaking hand. Then he said something, and the guy here, he didn't understand it. So if I met a Martian, I wouldn't understand him. And met in the past tense. In the past tense. If I didn't understand him, I would come back to the Earth. So we used here the past, and then would after that with the present tense come, as the rule we had before. Conditional sentences type 2. We have some notes here. So the first one, where is often used instead of was. and the if clause. So we don't use was even if it's a singular. For example, if Sarah, it should use in was, we should use was, but here in conditional sentences we use were instead of was. If Sarah were older, she could take driving lessons. So remember that you have to change was to were, even if it's singular. The second one, we use if I were you. This phrase, if I were you, to express an opinion. If you want to give an opinion for someone else, or give an advice, like if he needs advice or something like that, you can just use if I were you to put yourself in his position. If I were you, I would take it easy. So we use I with were, and remember that it expresses an opinion, something like idea, and give advice, give an advice. The other part for our lesson today, the second part, is about wishes, how we use it. So the first one, wish plus subject plus past simple. So the verb here is past simple. To make a wish, this is the first one. To make a wish about a present situation, something happened now, which would like to be different. Something you didn't like or situation you didn't like and you want it to be different. So when you say like I wish, it's like I desire, I want, and etc. For example here, Muhammad takes many exams. You can see it from the picture that he's taken many exams, and now he wants to use this rule to make wish that he doesn't have too much exams. I wish I didn't. So as you can see, wish, then the subject, because he was talking about himself, I, then in past simple, did, we used did not have to take any more exams. The second one, we use wish with subject and could and base form of the verb. The base is the present tense. To express regret. When you regret something, you feel sad, you feel disappointed about it. So you don't like this situation. You regret about something we cannot do at present. So you can do it at this time. So look at this picture. Maybe he doesn't have any money, and he has this sign, help, need money. To express, or here someone asks for money, and we want to express that we cannot do anything. How to use this rule? Look at this sentence. I wish I could. So we use wish, then the subject, because we are talking about myself, for example, then could, then the base form, the verb in present tense. Then we continue the sentence. I wish I could help you. That means I can't. Note, we usually use were after all persons and wishes. So almost it's like the conditional sentence. If you have one object or one person, we use it were instead of was. I wish this course, because it's one object, but we used here were easier instead of was. Now we'll move to the book. So open your books, page number 55. before we had this rule about the conditional sentences type 2. So if plus past simple, and then would plus could, and the base form. The base form, it's the present tense. We don't have to change it. Like go and went, we choose go because it's the present and the base form. We use wish with the past symbol, as I said before, to make a wish about a present situation. The last thing that we will have today is this practice or this question. Complete the dialogue, the conversation, with the correct form of the verbs and brackets. So you have to use the grammar that we had before, the conditional sentence type 2, and wish. So try to answer it. I will give you some time, and then we will have it together. The first one is if I were you, because we are talking about an advice or giving an opinion, and when we do that we use were. Based on the rule that we had before, we have to use here would, and then the verb in present tense, the base form. Number 3, I wish I had, because it's past. If you want something and you wish it to be, the situation is different or the condition is different, so we use the past form. If she had, because it's the type 2, so we use the past tense. I would be, because it's would or could, and the base form. This is the type 2 that we had today. And the last one, could, because we express the regret about something that we cannot do at present. And the rule, it's I wish plus the subject, and then could, and then the verb in present tense. So this is all for our lesson today. I hope you got all the information that you need. Thank you for watching me, and keep it up. Thank you.